Charlie Cornwall has done a great job protecting her new librarians thus far, but the Guardian has been harboring an emotional secret through the Librarians, the next chapter Season 1. Developed by Dean Devlin and John Rogers, the former of whom has continued his position as showrunner for the fantasy adventure series, the new show serves as both a sequel and spin-off of the films and prior series, centering on Vikram Chamberlain, a librarian from the mid-1800s who finds himself stuck in modern day after an attempt to stop a warlord traps them both. After incidentally unleashing magic on the world, and being tasked by American librarian Jacob Stone to clean up his mess, Vikram is partnered with a new group of prospective librarians, including former academic and magic believer Connor Green and skeptical academic Lysa Pascal. Joining them in the Librarians, the next chapter's cast is Jessica Green's Charlie Cornwall, a military veteran who was once offered the chance to become a Guardian, though, for unknown reasons, failed to land the job. Now given a second chance, Charlie works to keep the group safe while also striving to find redemption in the eyes of the library. With the show's first season just over halfway finished, Screen Rant interviewed Jessica Green to discuss the Librarians, the next chapter. The star opened up about getting to reunite with Devlin after their prior work on the fantasy adventure series The Outpost, Charlie's arc this season and the deeper meaning behind what she's been hiding from the group. She also shared her favorite dynamic to explore this season, how Season 2 could expand upon it, and how far along in production they are on Season 2. Charlie's Season 1 arc is all about embracing her vulnerability. The Librarian star also didn't try to rely on backstory too much. Where the original Librarian saw Rebecca Roman's Colonel Eve Baird trying to find her place in the world of the library as the group's Guardian, and as a skeptic, the next chapter offers a different outlook on the Guardian archetype, with Charlie not only being a believer, but also striving to make up for her failure the first time around. With Season 1 so far keeping this under wraps, along with the rest of her backstory, Green reveals that the creative team don't go too deep with the backstories of the characters with the actors. She, obviously, comes from a military family, and a very religious family, and I think she had a bit of a hard upbringing, Green shared. I've written it down somewhere, and I can't remember it. Laughs, she obviously finds the library, and starts training to become a Guardian. You do all the work on that at the very beginning, before you even start filming, and then once you kind of step on, you let it go. Staying in the moment in lieu of relying on backstory, Green found Charlie's Season 1 arc to be really fun to play, particularly as she sought to balance how Charlie puts up this big wall with this really tough exterior and no bull's teeth mentality, but is also really insecure and vulnerable. She has this really soft side about her where she just doesn't know if she's good enough, and everyone around her can see it, Green explained. While the season doesn't immediately let her bring her guard down, particularly as Vikram is a real handful for her, Green explains that much of the Librarians, the next chapter will showcase Charlie going on a journey to find the strength in her to believe in herself and to know that I am meant to be here, as she believes she is just as good as the other ones that got the Guardian job instead of her. Reuniting with Devlin was a joy for Green. The Librarians' creative team also offered something other jobs just don't get you. Charlie leading the Librarians down a tunnel in The Librarians, the next chapter. Coming into the sequel show, The Librarians, the next chapter actually serves as a reunion between Green and Dean Devlin, with the two having previously worked together on the sci-fi adventure The Outpost. Describing their experience on the two shows as being a blessing, the star went on to praise having learned so much from the showrunner across both projects, particularly given Devlin has so much knowledge and is just a wonderful person, sharing her hope to work on many more shows in the future. This reunion wasn't the only major reason why Green was drawn to joining the world of the Librarians, expressing who doesn't want to play the Guardian, who gets to kick every day, and who wouldn't want to go on a magical adventure every week. This fun extends to the actual production of the show itself, saying one can never get bored of it, particularly given every week is something different, as they shot a new episode every 7 days during Season 1. Season 2, we get one extra day, we get 8 days, Green shared. But, you know, you've got 7 days in a story, on this adventure, and then you're on to the next one. So, it's a really fun show that's really fast-paced, and it doesn't stop. There are so many things you get to explore and do that other jobs just don't get you. So, yeah, I jumped at the chance. The group's dynamic is fun, but Green wants more from the first pairing. I think everyone wants them, as well. While the show does focus plenty on the entirety of the 4-person group working together, the Librarians, the next chapter does continue the original's trend of splitting characters off into pairings for different adventures. Green agrees that the group scenes are so much fun, and that she loves getting to film scenes with Callum just as much as I do with Bluey and Liv, particularly since Charlie and Vikram's dynamic is kind of like a mom and her naughty child. However, she ultimately points to her favorite pairing being that of Charlie and Olivia Morris-Lysa, as the two stars have so much fun when we get to do scenes together, while also feeling that it's never enough in Season 1, particularly since this dynamic helped unlock some of Charlie's insecurities. This even led to the stars asking for Season 2 to feature more of the pairing together, feeling that the fans want a little bit more Charlie and Lysa action. Christian Kane has been a big mentor for the new cast. Hopefully, we'll see other faces next season. Christian Kane as Stone looking intensely at Jessica Green's Charlie in The Librarians, the next chapter. With the show still set in the same world as the original, the door is open for original Librarians characters to return in the next chapter after Christian Kane's Jacob Stone appeared in the series premiere. Though keeping mum on what other returning characters the show may have in store, saying, hopefully, we'll see other faces next season, Green did praise Kane for his involvement in the sequel show, describing the actor as a wonderful person, as Stone passes us the torch in the show.